Hey guys, some of you guys may recognize this setup from some of my live streams over on Twitch, but it's a little bit different. But I'm just gonna get right into this. So, and I apologize if you see me like looking at a script. I did write down my thoughts overall, but this is for real what I mean. So some of you may have noticed something about Boon Canon 45. One commenter in particular, A Justice 90, asking a very pointed question that I promised a future answer to. That question was if the storyline elements in Boon Canon were done with, and that's what this video is about. So, and I felt the need to have like a pointed and specific answer to that question. So, here's the answer. Yes and no. I do need to give more explanation to that answer, and to give that explanation, I need to explain something that led to all the delays in making Boon Canon 45. There were elements to that delay that I'm not really going to go into here because they're a subject for another time. But one big element of the delay had to do with the story elements. So here's the thing. I actually fully scripted Boon Canon 45 3 times and recorded all of the lines for Boon Canon 45 3 times before winding up on the version that we have now. This is the 4th iteration of Boon Canon 45. And those other 3 times, even getting into the editing process, I just wasn't that happy with it. It took a while for me to figure out what my problem with it was, and the answer became kind of simple, and that was the storyline. It had nothing to do with the storyline being bad. In fact, most of the story dialogue was just carried over between scripts and between recording sessions. It was kind of a copy paste when it comes to the story dialogue. But what it came down to was the tone. What it really felt like was that the storyline was interfering with the commentary, and the commentary was in turn interfering with the storyline. The tone of the two were drifting further and further apart. So I just wrote the 4th version without the storyline, and surprise, surprise, got a lot more done and was happier with the end product, save for some sound issues that I feel like I'm going to fix in future projects. But it felt more natural. Now, it was before deciding to make this commentary without story elements that I came to this final decision, but the way the video turned out definitely solidified my position on this matter. So here's where the yes answer to that question comes in. Boon Canon is going to be a commentary series first and foremost from now on. Any story elements that I decide to include will be there to accentuate the commentary, and it will not be the other way around. There are other videos where I felt like it was the other way around. This way, it doesn't, the tone doesn't end up going out of whack. I feel happier with the product, and there's no conflict like I had with Boon Canon 45. And honestly, I partially had that conflict with Boon Canon 44 as well. I think Boon Canon 44 turned out overall better because I pushed the storyline to the side a lot more, but that conflict did still happen, and it was part of what led to this. Now, I'm not going to say that past Boon Canon events aren't going to be referenced. I'm not going to say that we won't have characters show up. I'm not going to say that there's going to be no storyline elements that happen. But basically, I'm retconning things in order to be able to dial it back where the tone is still the commentary. It is still that it's a commentary series. So now I need to get into where the no comes in, and that has to do with the retcon part of that statement. The storyline as it was in Boon Canon is getting a reboot into its own series. I'm still working on it, but essentially I'm taking what I was doing with the story and putting it into its own series with some retcons of plot elements to be more cohesive as its own narrative. I have a working title for this, which I'm not going to reveal this time until I finalize the name. And it's going to be operate in seasons, much like Boon Canon operated in volumes. Seasons 1, 2, and 3, I plan to correlate with volumes 1, 2, and 3 of Boon Canon with some differences. So, there's where we're at. The answer to the question of, is the storyline stuff done, is, well, as you can see, it's very complicated. as I do more work on the new series, I'll probably have some videos giving previews of that new world. And it's not the only new thing that I have planned as I sort of restructure the way I'm running the channel a bit in order to make things mesh a little bit better. But I do feel like that this subject in particular was the most important to address in a direct manner. So that's what I'm doing here. Hopefully, the new series, I will have a lot more to tell you guys about it soon. But other than that, stay tuned for more Boon Canon. Admittedly, I'm expecting the next Boon Canon to take a while. But expect more Boon Canon. Expect some more of some other things you might not be expecting on the channel. But I will see you guys then.